In the last part, we will add the zoom feature to our scope. We will also measure the target distance. For this, we will use some features of the scope camera. We can use the focal length, but this time, I will use the sensor size feature of the camera. Now, let's move the slider to the stage and use it. It seems like it's working. Then let's make a few test shots. Beautiful. Now, let's measure the distance. For this, we will add some objects. Watch carefully, and try to do the same or similar if possible. We will use the ray collision for distance measurement. We will need two null objects for this. One should be inside the rifle, and the other should be a good distance away. We will put these under the rifle object, and make sure that they move with the rifle. Make sure you put the second null object far enough away. Think of these two null objects as sensors. When we move the rifle, these sensors will also move. In this case, objects that come between them will be detected by the sensors, and we will be able to measure their distance. Let's try to understand this with an example. Let's describe any object for the sensors, and see if it will detect it. I will try the third target as the collision object. We usually use the collision port as output, but this does not work here. Instead, we will use the distance port as output. When we aim the reticle at the target, we see that the distance is measured. We don't want to see decimal numbers. We only need integers. So, use this method. We see that the distance measurement is made only for the third target. Other objects are ignored. It would be very troublesome to describe all the objects in the scene one by one in this way. We must find a more practical method. Let's copy the target folder and delete all the tags. Let's rename this ghost. Let's copy the plane object here. Let's select all of these, and turn them into a single object. We made a copy of the entire scene and identified it as a single object. The distance of whichever point the sensors touch on this object will be measured. This way, we measure the distances of all points, including the floor and walls. Remember, whenever we change or add any object in the scene, we must repeat this process for the new scene. I appreciate you putting up with me. Thanks for watching, see you later.